Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Dragon Quest V. Before we start where we left off last episode, I'm just going to show off what happens when you marry Flora and take her to Sancho. Because Sancho has never met Flora, we don't get the dialogue that we have with Bianca, where Bianca says like, "It's me, Sancho, don't you remember me?" So, but otherwise the plot progresses as normal. Sancho will take you and your wife to King Orjon, and then there's just a little bit of dialogue there, and then of course, then Flora will pass out, and you will get the news again that she is pregnant. So, oh, Sancho, you look ecstatic. You come bearing good news then. He does indeed. Bean is back, my liege. Papa's my brother's son, King Bean, is alive and well. Yeah, when I did my test on it, I called him King Bean. But I didn't want to do that for my normal playthrough, because that would kind of spoil that Bean is actually a king, or who would become a king. So, but yeah, Bean in Marty Mouse House, he was that king because he found Marty's crown and his robe. But in this game, Bean is king because, well, his father was king. So, I think it's probably easier to find Marty's clothes while traveling at New York, like how Bean did, than actually be born to a king. But, and once again, like I said, same thing pretty much happens here, that you are told that Flora is pregnant. Now, then, like I said, well, after this, we'll just, not much else happens here. We do get some more dialogue later on when different dialogue when Flora actually gives birth than when Bianca gives birth. But I'll show that off a little later. For now, though, we're just going to head back to where we left off last episode, and that was in Granvia. So, we had talked with Sancho. He took us to the king, and now that we are known, we are able to go into the second floor. I'm going to do that real quick. There's a few items to get there. I wanted to get that dialogue with that guy because I forgot to talk with him. He says something different when you go behind the counter. He's like, "Hey, this is behind the counter. You need to go around the counter." Conference room. We'll have a little scene here later on, but for now we're just going to do some looting. Got a small medal in this drawer here. We'll be heading over to the Metal King because the medals that you win from like mimics or the demon jars or man-eater chests, they do not get sent to the Metal King, even though we have some of those in our inventory. When it says you want to send your medals to the Metal King, those ones don't get transferred, so you have to actually physically go to the Metal King to give him those medals. And we got no new weapons that we really need there. So the Chancellor's room over to the right, we can't get in there because the guard is blocking it. The previous king, Papa's wife, Martha, had miraculous powers. That's why she was kidnapped. When King Papa was out on his journey, many of us wanted to go with him, but he told us that his journey was too dangerous for him to ask us to risk our lives for. In the end, he took only his young son and Lord Sancho and set off. The rest is history. Ever since King Papa disappeared, that Chancellor of ours has been acting mightier than thou. I can't stand the man, and he won't let us into his room. Yeah, so we can't come back here at night. The castle is closed, so that guard is always going to be there. King Orjon, all he does is bow down to the Chancellor. I can't even tell which is real. You can tell there's a little typo there. Instead of is, they had she. So, this is a soldier's tavern. Eventually this is going to be like the eatery in Dragon Quest 3, where you can have party members. Just how you have Monster Grams, where you can drop off monsters with him. You'll be able to put like your human characters in that soldier's tavern there in the next generation. we're going to head over to now the Metal King Island to drop off the medals that are sitting on our inventory. And also because that's a good place to get all the items that we need to show off that trick. The critical hit trick. Once we get to Grandvia and get the Hat of Happiness, we're able to do that trick. So I'm going to head over to the Metal King, drop off those medals that are sitting in my inventory, and then pull from the depository all the items that I need to do that trick. Head back to Grandvia, and we'll go hunt a metal babble. So yeah, if you have medals on you, it says, let me hold them for you. And there we go. So we can get a few more things, but I'm saving up for the Falcon Sword. And we had talked with this lady earlier, because there was no need to. But yeah, she is also a depository, just like in Oracleberry. So I'm just going to transfer all of Bean's stuff to Barongo and Slaylin, because Bean has to have a specific inventory, specific 6 items in his inventory in a specific order for the trick to work. So we're going to have to pull some items out of the inventory then later to sell. I forgot that Henry still has some of his gear that he put in the inventory when he left our party, and also there was a few from Merlin. His whip is still in there, so not that we really need to buy anything right now. So yeah, Grandvia is the last shop in this generation. The only thing we'll need to buy is buy a little bit more medical herbs, because the final dungeon to close out this generation is pretty long. But before we do that dungeon, we have the Cave of Trials to go to. That's where the game did direct us to go, and that is that cave that is to the east of Grandvia, where we went there earlier, and the guard was there, and he was like, hey, if you don't have any business here, leave. So, but now we actually do have business there. We were challenged by the Chancellor to go get the royal symbol, the royal emblem out of there. Because apparently that's something that all previous kings had to do. So I'm pulling out these items in specific order. I need to have the cypress stick, the sharpened bone, the Hat of Happiness, the club, the saw blade, and the cloak of evasions. I need to have all of them in Bean's inventory, nothing equipped and nothing else in his inventory. And that, like I said, will allow Bean to always do critical hits. It also makes whoever's your in the second position also do critical hits all the time. And then it also lets the monster that you, any monster that can join you after the battle, they will join you just no matter what the odds are. If there are, I'm going to show off, there's going to be 2 monsters that can join. If you have more than one monster that can join, it'll just be the last monster that you defeated. So later on I'm going to find a Metal Babble and a Masala group. Both of those monsters can join you. But because I beat the Metal Babble last, that is the one that I'll get the option to recruit. So I could show off the recruiting the Metal Babble, but like I said, I'm not going to recruit monsters that are really, almost impossible to recruit. So I will, though, in the bonus episode, show off all the monsters. All the monsters maxed out too. So in that playthrough, I maxed out all the characters, got all the monsters. I used the action replay code though to give all the monsters the best equipment they could get, because a lot of the equipment is like single items only. You only get like 1 copy of them. But just so like I can show off all the monsters and their stats with their best gear, I just did multiple copies of them through the action replay code. But I will show off all their stats and skills. And like I said, there's 41 monsters. That includes Barongo that you could pick up. Others usually, like I said, don't really consider Barongo a monster. I mean, he is a monster, yeah, but he's more like a pet. because unlike all the other monsters, you have to have some element of luck to recruit. And Barongo, you know, is going to join you. You could skip him, of course, if you don't do that little side quest to the village where the crops are being eaten. But the game kind of points you in that direction, so yeah, it's pretty hard to miss Barongo. So we're going to head back into the mountain path. And inside this cave here, as soon as we enter, in this area here, that's where we can run into metal babbles. So we'll just run around until we get to an encounter with them in there. And like I said, because we're able to critical hit them, we'll be able to instantly defeat them, and I'll be able to show off their stats. So yeah, both these monsters are recruitable, but like I said, we're only going to, because we defeat the metal babble last, that'll be the one that will have the chance. And I got really lucky that both of the metal babbles decided to stick around this round, which guarantees that I'll be able to defeat one. So yeah, right there. Yes, if you're really lucky, you can get a small medal off of them. So I said it was good that they both stuck around the first time. They also stuck around for the second round. So I get quite a bit of experience here. He's going to go up level, and he's actually going to go up another level in the next battle that I fight. He's that close to getting a second level, so everybody else is gaining some good levels. Let's see Slayland, because he can get up to level 99. His levels don't really go up that. He doesn't get used too many stats per level. Yeah, we ain't gonna recruit the metal babble because, like I said, only gonna recruit the half monsters, and that's still only the brownie, the magician, and the slime. And we're not gonna go back and get the brownie or the magician because we had the magician earlier and got rid of him once we got our wife. So I'm gonna re-equip Bean, get it back all this good stuff. Go back to the depository in Oracleberry, because I can warp right there, drop off some stuff. I have a few more things to put in there, and then pull a few things out to sell. Get those medical herbs that I want for Barongo and Slayland. Like I said, the final dungeon in Generation 2 here, pretty long. So having that extra healing will be helpful. And then we will head over to a much shorter dungeon, which is the Cave of Trials. So let's head over to Oracleberry. It's nice in Granvia on the 3rd generation, where we'll actually have, in Granvia Castle, we'll have that, a depository there. We'll have that a place where we can switch out human characters, and then we'll also have monster gramps. We'll set up a shop there. So Granvia becomes the big hub in the final generation. So we'll just drop off all these special equipments, just so we have one to use this trick later. I guess it's good for like metal babble grinding. At the end of the game, there's actually a thing called king medals, like how there's king slimes. Those things are worth over 30,000 experience. So those are the ones you really want to grind up on. They can be a little bit more annoying though, because they don't use a damage spell. Instead of using Fireball like the Metal Babbles do, or Blaze like the Metal Slimes do, the King Medals use the Chance spell. And that can have different random effects. So, they're more annoying. What's annoying is that we can't really sell things here at night, because all these shops are closed. So we'll just spend a quick 15 gold here, turn it into day, heal ourselves up. We won't need all of MP for the, like I said, the next cave. It's pretty short. But we'll just be going in with 8 less than max because of the return spell. Well, let's sell some of that equipment. I still need to pull some of the equipment out of the depository for later. But we get a little bit here right now, so. Sell some more. we don't sell it right away, it's okay, because pretty much as soon as you start Generation 3, one of the first things you want to do is go into your depository to pull a few items out. But I'm not going to spoil why you need to do that. But it won't be long until we're there. Probably like maybe about 2 more episodes after this one. So let's go to the item shop, buy a few more medical herbs. It's been a while since I've been to the item shop. I kind of had to remember where it was. You know, I've been doing much buying in Oracleberry. Last thing we bought was that Wayfarer's map from the guy who sold us the caravan. So just, like I said, buy a few medical herbs. And allow Barongo and Slaylin to heal a little bit. Mainly just outside of battle. If I need to heal in battle, that's when Beans heal all will. And heal more depending on how bad someone needs healing. So those are good for out of combat. If there's a few other monsters though that like you would have got a healer, even like one of those Orc Kings. There's quite a few monsters that had healing spells. Slime Knights. So you wouldn't have to be stocked on metal herbs. You had another one of those monsters with healing, but like I said, I'm giving that little challenge, and my monsters will not have the healing. Speaking of monsters, we will be getting a few new monsters. Well, we're seeing a few new monsters here in the Cave of Trials. It's kind of a puzzle dungeon. So we got 4 doors, doesn't matter which one you open. So we'll just open them all up. These first few rooms don't have any monsters in. Like I said, it's just a puzzle. So you come up here, there's 4 tiles. And you see the royal symbol is on the right tile. So that's the door we have to leave in. Now if we go to the south there's no more stairs. So we go to that inside that room again. Doesn't matter which door we go in, and then we see where the next royal tile tells us to go out of the second door to the left. So we do that, and then we advance further in the dungeon. This is the last floor in this dungeon that you can use the outside spell in to get out of. Because once you go down a little further, there is an event that happens. There's a boss fight when you get the royal emblem. So there's Jellyman. They can morph into any one of your characters. They're like those mirrors in Dragon Quest IV. But once they turn into one of your characters, they can use any of the abilities that your character has. So I actually run into one later on that turns into Slaylin. And it's really annoying because as Slaylin has a confuse spell. And Slaylin managed to confuse Bean and just keep casting increase over and over and over again. So it's really hard then for Barongo and Slaylin to damage their clone Slaylin that the Jellyman turned into. So there's the Gabbard enemy there. That's why those Devil Dancers will put their stats up a little later. Here we have a little puzzle. You open the door. You can only open the door on the right. And if you open it, you get pushed down by the water into this room here. So I just wanted to show that off. You could avoid doing this. All you have to do to avoid that is you basically will have to push that rock over to the side a little bit, so that when the water pushes you down, you get stopped by the rock. So yeah, see, you can't open the door on the left, so you're gonna have to push the rock over to the right a little bit, right in front of this door, open it up, and it pushes us down, but the rock blocks us from falling into that pit. The water drains, and we'll get some new armor here. Sword edge armor. This is like the sword edge armor in Dragon Quest III. It reflects damage back if an enemy hits you with a physical attack. So here we are. We'll pick up from here in the next episode. what other puzzles await us. It looks like we're at a dead end. So take care, have a good one, see you next episode. Bye.